Elvis Presley's tragic death on August 16, 1977, shocked the world. The King of Rock and Roll's passing was a heartbreaking blow to his legion of die-hard fans and the music industry. While he wasn't quite as big as he once had been, he was still selling out arenas in 1976. If he'd managed to stay healthy, he likely would have survived a lot longer. While we certainly could devote an entire video just discussing the public reactions to Presley's passing and the impact his demise had on the music industry, today we're going to look at 8 tragic deaths of celebrities who had close connections to Elvis. Nick Adams. This actor was best known for his role as Johnny Yuma on the ABC Western series The Rebel. Adams first met Presley while on the set of his 1956 film Love Me Tender. Throughout the remainder of that year, Adams regularly visited Elvis's Hollywood hotel suite and his Graceland home in Memphis. Adams even joined Presley at shows, including his record-breaking October 1956 performance at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas, and his homecoming concert at the Tupelo Fairgrounds in September. Adams was also responsible for introducing Presley to actress Natalie Wood, who also ended up dying under tragic and rather suspicious circumstances. In January of 1968, Adams' already floundering career took another blow when a movie he was set to appear in was suddenly canceled in Rome. Discouraged and feeling defeated, Adams returned to his home in Beverly Hills, where he was later found dead of a drug overdose on February 7, 1968. Whether or not he intended to take his own life was never determined, although according to his autopsy report, he had enough sedatives in his system to cause instant unconsciousness. He was laid to rest in Berwick, Pennsylvania. He was only 36. Andy Kaufman. Kaufman was arguably best known for his role as Latka Gravas on Taxi. While most people think of Kaufman as being a comedian, he preferred to refer to himself as a song and dance man. Regardless of what you call him, Kaufman was a star who took comedy and performance art to the extremes. He was known for blurring the lines between reality and make-believe, so much so that when he died, a lot of people initially assumed it was just another stunt. Persistent rumors circulated for months suggesting Kaufman had faked his death as a hoax. He's known to have been a huge Elvis fan. In fact, he would check ahead when touring to see if an Elvis film would be airing on TV in the towns where he was scheduled to make stops. He even packed a television set in his car to make sure he'd be able to see the movies. Kaufman was also a pretty decent Elvis impersonator. In 1979, he appeared on the Johnny Cash Christmas special and performed That's When Your Heartaches Begin in Presley's signature style. Elvis later reported Kaufman was one of his favorite impersonators. Kaufman was diagnosed with a rare and deadly variant of lung cancer called large cell carcinoma in 1983. Since the disease was already in an advanced stage when he was diagnosed, there was no way to stop its progression. He succumbed to the disease on May 16, 1984, at age 35. Before we tell you more, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to FactsVerse if you haven't already. Vic Morrow. Morrow made his film debut playing a street thug in 1955's Blackboard Jungle. In 1958, he appeared in King Creole, playing a similarly shady character. In that film, Morrow's shark lured Elvis Presley's character, Danny Fisher, into the seedy, crime-filled world of the New Orleans underground. Towards the end of the film, Morrow and Presley's characters ended up duking it out in a knife fight. In 1962, Morrow landed his best-known role of Sergeant Chip Saunders in the TV series Combat. After the show was canceled 5 years later, Morrow's career all but fizzled. Most of his acting credits from then on were in B films and made-for-TV movies. Early in the morning, July 23, 1982, Morrow and 2 Vietnamese child actors were killed in an accident that happened at a filming location just north of LA during production of The Twilight Zone, the movie. Pyrotechnics caused a helicopter to come down in the Santa Clara River, where Morrow and the 2 children were crossing. The copter's blade decapitated Morrow and the 2 children were crushed. Morrow was 51. Ricky Nelson. Singer-songwriter Chris Christopherson was once quoted as saying that if Elvis Presley was the king of rock and roll, Ricky Nelson was the crown prince. It's been said Nelson didn't even aspire to be a rock singer until his girlfriend at the time said she liked Elvis's albums. Nelson's musical career was launched after performing the song I'm Walkin' on the Ozzie and Harriet show in April of 1957. Later that year, the 17-year-old budding musician saw Elvis's infamous show at the Pan Pacific Auditorium in LA. Afterwards, Nelson was invited to a party and Presley's private suite at the Beverly Wilshire Hotel. The two reportedly spent more than half an hour talking privately in the corner of the suite. While the two stars never met again, they later shared some of the same backup musicians, including James Burton, Scotty Moore, and the Jordanaires. On New Year's Eve, 1985, Nelson was flying on board a private DC-3 aircraft from Alabama to Dallas to perform a concert later that evening when the craft went down in a field near DeKalb, Texas, and erupted in flames. Nelson and his bandmates were killed instantaneously. He was 45. Jenny Maxwell. Maxwell is best known for playing Ellie Corbett in Elvis's 1961 Blue Hawaii. Memorably in that film, Corbett, who was a bit of a spoiled brat, got bent over Elvis's knee and received a spanking. Maxwell was 19 during production, and by that time she had already been married and divorced. She was also the mother of a 3-year-old boy. Blue Hawaii was the peak of her acting career, and she only appeared in 2 more films and a handful of TV shows after it. She stepped away from Hollywood in 1963. In 1976, Maxwell married an attorney named Irvin Roeder. On June 10, 1981, she and her husband were shot to death in an apparent robbery gone wrong in the lobby of their Beverly Hills condo. Maxwell was 39. Judy Tyler. After being discovered in New York City in 1956, Judy signed with MGM and moved to LA to work in films. Her second movie role was playing Elvis's leading lady in 1957's Jailhouse Rock. Sadly, just a few days after filming wrapped, Tyler and her husband were driving home to New York when they were involved in a head-on collision with another vehicle in Wyoming on U.S. Route 30. Tyler died instantly, while her husband died the following day at a hospital in Laramie. Tyler was 24. Natalie Wood. As we mentioned earlier, Nick Adams introduced Elvis to Natalie Wood in 1956. A year prior, Wood's role opposite James Dean in Rebel Without a Cause had brought her fame. After she and Elvis were photographed together in Memphis and Hollywood, rumors started flying that she and the King were romantically involved. At 18, Wood brushed off her attraction as being nothing more than a teenage crush. Needless to say, their relationship didn't go anywhere. On November 29, 1981, Wood was aboard a yacht with her husband Robert Wagner and their mutual friend Christopher Walken when she fell into the ocean and drowned. The circumstances surrounding her death were somewhat suspicious, and for years it's been speculated that Wagner may have murdered her. Wood was 43. Carolyn Jones. Jones was nominated for an Academy Award in 1957 after appearing in The Bachelor. She followed that up with another critically acclaimed performance in 1958's King Creole, in which she appeared opposite Elvis. Years later, she landed the role of Morticia Addams on the TV comedy The Addams Family. After it was canceled, Jones struggled to find acting roles for the next decade. In 1981, she was diagnosed with colon cancer. After 2 years of treatment, she was informed the disease had progressed to the point of being terminal. She passed away on August 4, 1983, at age 53. Now it's time to hear from you. Who was your favorite among these people associated with Elvis? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Factsverse if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.